I shall go for one more video tonight, and we're going to go down into Labyrinthos, or however you call it. We're all here now, yes? I've taken the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. Right, everyone onto the lift and down we go.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves, and this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation. Knowledge, buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
I wonder if this is going to be our first proper zone.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing. But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then. Ugh. Did you call to me just now? No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
Alright, yeah, this definitely looks like it's a full-on zone. Yes, it is indeed. This is definitely some interesting music for the zone theme. You're here to help or give me more headaches, because you don't have the look of a gleaner, and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues was so exhausted he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have the pack of marmots running loose. Alright. Let me think. The rare seeds should be item 1058, common seeds 1059, Serpleberry 1060, or were they 1061? Oh, my head feels like it's stuffed with mocha grass. Why more loads to take out than carry in? Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the Cornithia carrots for the Gare Arbanian carrots? What then? So we have large shipments coming in and out of Labyrinthos. You want to know what I'm doing, hauling books and ore and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so, they take stock in Labyrinthos. You know, sort of tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. Then, found no warning at all, this mess gets dropped in our laps. Orders from on high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be that they're changing the layout, preparing for the next big expansion. We know they're taking stock here as well. And you look, Narn, what tales do the Gleaners have to tell? They're taking stock, large shipments, and exhausted. So this grand operation began without warning, and for every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else. That explains the haggard faces I've been seeing. We were right, the former's definitely up to something, and they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. I'm about halfway up on that level up, so he's getting somewhere. We would do well to learn more of what specifically the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who tasked them to do it. If you're game, Narn, I have an idea. Didn't one of the Gleaners you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps if you were to help him capture such creatures, he might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I'll try my charms upon this Gleaner here. We can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting. Alright, let's cut some rats. Exactly what I came here to do. You wish to help me find the marmots. I have nothing suitable to pay you for your services, but if you're offering out of the goodness of your heart, I'd be welcome assistance. Name is Urnvale, friend, specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Nyxian marmots is a trial I've no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in the sack, gently of course. Where to begin, you wonder? I've not seen any scampering around here, so I need to wind our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard, these are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on a marmot or you. I'll search the trees to the west, the eastern part of the forest is all yours, good luck. Okay, let's find our way out of here. Are there any quests around besides this one? Doesn't look like it. So we're good to go. Where do I go from here? Oh, I can't actually, like, jump off. I'm not actually sure where I'm supposed to get down from here. Hang on. Maybe over here? Well, that's right, I can use my polar bear, but, I'd like to search for ether currents, but I don't actually have a way to do so at the moment. Like, they changed something with the ether currents, but I don't actually know what it is. There's a troll. Oh, that's out of the circle, so it's not over there. I'm not seeing any of these mice. That's strange. Maybe up here. Maybe I forgot to look on the cliff. Ah, there we go. There we go. Nope, there's another one. Well, that went down quick. No, it ran off. Shoot. Oh, there are quests over this way. Well, let's go ahead and get the mouse first, I guess. I think there was somebody fighting over this way, so it's... yeah, it's right over here. Okay. I'm actually surprised I'm not really seeing so many people out in the zone. What? Grab him. Oh! Evaded me. Okay. One more time then, how about that? Up there, perhaps? Gonna have to go by this troll, though, which is the only bad thing. Oh, it's leaving. Okay, never mind. Has to be up here. Oh, there it is. Get in the sack. More prepared for its speed this time. You succeed in closing the sack over your elusive quarry. Yay! Alright, let's go ahead and pick up the side quest over here. Excuse me, do you have a moment? I have an urgent task to attend to, and I could use some assistance. As a supervisor of the sector, I'm concerned of how cool the air in Moron Forest felt as I walked through on my usual rounds. Ordinarily, it should be a touch more humid. My colleagues assured me that the gotchas are displaying acceptable temperatures, and while hinted that I was being oversensitive, my instincts, however, informed me otherwise. Would you mind assisting me in a more thorough investigation? Thank you. Payment will be forthcoming, of course, but first, let's begin by assessing the problem within the forest itself. Oh, we got a ring. Okay. Hi there, friend. Fancy lending a hand to a gleaner in need. I'm fairly new to all this gleaning business, so it's only proper that someone with the requisite experience deliver this very important aquamagnetic compound to the research facility. You know that one shorter way to the west? Why not ask a fellow gleaner? No, I couldn't do that. They never take me seriously again. No, I need someone bold and brave and unconnected to me in social circles. In other words, an adventurer like you. I would do it myself, of course, but duty calls. Just deliver this package to somebody in a position of seniority. I promise I'll be back here to pay you for the favor. And there's just one more over here. Presumably. I don't actually see them yet. Oh, there they go. Okay. Excuse me, but you aren't the one who was assisting Ernfield. If you have a moment, I could also use some help with a certain task. Simply put, I'm hunting down a number of caribou. As this is my first job accepted, which requires any degree of violence, I'm not entirely confident in how I should approach my play. You seem like the type of woman who's seen her fair share of combat. What if I could observe you from concealment while you engage my target fauna? I wouldn't need you to spend all day on it, of course. 1 or 2 examples in the forest west of here should be plenty. Let's say 2, shall we? I'll even pay you, please. Sure, we can do that. Why not? So we got 2 quests over to the west and 1 to the east. So let's go ahead and grab that one to the east, I guess. Actually... Take a closer look at this mist sprayer. You'll find these devices throughout the Moonfront Forest. I need you to see if they're all functioning properly. There's nothing too complicated. If the sprayer's crystal is glowing blue, that means it's working. If the crystal is dull, then it's most likely broken. Here, I'll jot down the locations of the sprayers I wasn't able to check yet. Meanwhile, I'll go and see if there are any problems at Mistloom. That's the big tower over there, responsible for regulating the sprayers. That can be our meeting spot once you're done checking the devices. Alright, we can check them. I think maybe we had seen one that wasn't working right before, when we're going through here looking for the mouse. It's functioning correctly. That one up there, yeah, it was that one, okay. That one is definitely not working. Sprayer's case is cracked, the cushion within it and dull. This device appears to be malfunctioning. Well, the Missum technicians can detect nothing in Aru with the tower's workings. Any issues with the sprayers? Ah, so there was a malfunction after all. The sprayer's job is to keep this area blanketed in mist, to accurately simulate the mist-laden air of certain forest habitats. One broken device had no effect on the temperature, but the humidity had fallen out of the optimal range. If we hadn't caught the change, we would have started seeing adverse effect on the forest's fauna and flora. Nice work, but I didn't bring your payment with me. Come back to the Upper Echonos, and we can settle accounts there. Faulty mist sprayer, hey? Those devices are built to last. I'm surprised you found a damaged one. Ah, troll found us. Yeah, the battle theme this time around sounds much more traditional. Like, I was not really a fan of the normal combat theme from Shadowbringers, I will say that. Thank you again for agreeing to help. It does goes to show that mechanical gouges aren't always as important as trusting one's own senses. Your rumination, as promised. Now I must see about organizing repairs for that broken sprayer. How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. Here's your rat. Ah, there's the odd varmint out. Wait here a moment while I put out our friends in the holding cage. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They've held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly, you have my thanks. Who tasked you to capture them in the first place? Why, the authority in charge of Labyrinthos, now in perpetually, the same officials who have had us working day and night of late, the honorable members of the Forum, who else? Suitable for consumption and easy to breed, these were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the Forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they'll serve for dinner today or tomorrow. There we are, Narin. This is the Gleaner you mentioned, the one who was looking for the lost marmots. Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk anyway? I am Cryo of the students of Belidesian. These others are my associates. Truth be told that the Forum's decisions of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made this stint into Labyrinthos. We hope that by seeing these decisions put into action, we might have fully understand the reasoning. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls. Other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for the services. Did you learn anything new from your friend there? So we've confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We've also discovered that when the operation was begun, the Forum contacted the Gleaners Guildship and put their people to this great work some 4 days after Terra made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners kept abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity, thus I'm inclined to trust their account of events as accurate. Altogether, it gives the distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of the levers in its archives could have been planned in such a brief window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but waiting the right time to put it into effect. And the Telephori's declaration was what set it all in motion. Seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wire investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archeon? From there, we can reach the lower... Cryo, what's wrong? I'm fine, surely. The sun descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Nothing will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it, then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Archeon. We followed the path east through the forest where you were chasing after that mouse, or marmot, was it? Anyway, 'tis the trolls you need to watch out for. Alright, well, we need to head to the west first, so we're heading that way. I don't think this will take too long in any case, so... Given that we're getting kind of bogged down by side quests, it's taking a bit longer to probably get through here than I would have figured. The outer circuit, okay. Caribou, level 80. I'm not gonna bother moving. They are a bit stronger than I figured. That's one down. And down. And now we just go ahead and head up here and give that item to whoever it is up here. Angry Caribou. May I help you? Yes, let's go ahead and give this to you. Ah, yes, the Yodon compound. Excuse me, but whatever happened to the Gleaner I was told to expect? You don't quite match his description. Ah, so you're here instead. I thought that might be the case. This facility probably just studies small Vilekin and their ilk, and their role it carries a disease. As such, we seem to have become the subject of some rather unsettling, not to mention wholly unsubstantiated rumors. Imagine some senior Gleaner was amusing himself by taunting his junior colleague and with scary half-truths and outright fabrications. The scholar lend me patience, but such jests lead to no end of trouble for us. In any case, I thank you for bringing me my delivery. Should you happen to return to our faint-hearted Gleaner, pray do me the service of setting him straight on what it is we do here. There we go. So let's go ahead and just make our way back. Angry Caribou. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pick up our ring, and hopefully that'll be, Thank you for the instruction. While I doubt I could emulate your particular style, seeing you in action was enormously helpful. Your advice provided a service by cooling a few Labyrinthos' more prolific animals. Lest you worry, it's essential we reduce the caribou's numbers every now and then again to maintain a stable habitat. Nothing here is killed for mere sport. Every part of the carcass is harvested and put to use, a practice I will make sure to carry out with the creatures you slew. There are still a few more that need culling, but I think I can handle that on my own now. Such as the Gleaner's Lot. I should learn how to do it sooner rather than later. Oh, and here's your payment. Wish me luck. You're back, and not suffering from any horrible maladies. Well, nothing visible anyway. What's that? You think someone's been having a laugh at my expense? But the others told me. They said the researchers ordered a forbidden substance from Udall so they could concoct some kind of zombie powder. The gleaners who delivered there are never seen again. Hey, that does sound a bit unlikely now that I say it out loud. Ugh. Those lying bastards. Right, well, here's what I owe you, plus a little extra for keeping quiet. God's above, I'll never live this down. Alright, let's get that ring. Up to 510 already. We're certainly getting up there. And I think that's the person that's using the Reaper class. Or maybe it's actually a Dragoon, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's actually a Dragoon. Maybe. I'm not sure. I can't really tell if it's a scythe or not. It's either a scythe or a spear, one or the other. I ended up not getting the branch out in other classes like I was expecting to in the little bit of time I had between Endwalker and when I finished Shadowbringers, because October was an incredibly busy month for me. And then November was a busy month for work, so it was kind of just not really working out, but let's see. Yeah, that did open up a little bit of a spot. But yeah, now that Endwalker's here, once I finish the main story quest, I'll definitely have, like, 2 years, basically, to do what I want. Behold the Archeon. As Numeron serves as Shalian's literary archive, so does the structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture, too, is similar. This building you see is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within these vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as the detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archeon contains a physical history of Shalian's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. Oh, we get the headgear finally. Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here, so let us proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian. Oh wow, that's a lot of quests that just opened up. You look strong, sturdy, and most importantly, idle. What a wonderful coincidence, as I'm in need of a spare pair of hands. Let me explain. I sent one of my Lungia colleagues off to Estedes Tholos to organize a shipment of ore, but after a second glance at the order sheet, I realized why it was taking him so long. Seems the order was more than triple the size we usually handle, something to do with all these large-scale preparations. I suppose. I can hardly expect that pup to shift at all in his lonesome. Come and pitch in with the hauling, and I'll make it worth your while. What say you? Good, many hands make light work. Well, lighter at least that... Let's go. I'm terribly sorry to bother you, but may I ask a small favor? I just saw the gleaner I'd hired for a job, and he seemed awfully well jittery, I suppose is the word. And when I tried to ask him what the matter was, he met with my eyes for a moment and bolted out of the room. I should like to catalog the items he was meant to bring and get them safely stored, but I refused to play this ridiculous game of Coral and the Mouse. Would you mind tracking him down for me? The last I saw him, he was dashing off towards Pastoraponics. You have an air of dangerous competence, and you are certainly not Charlenian. Yes, you should do nicely. For what, you may ask? As the overseer of the wildlife in this sector, I often find myself in need of new volunteers to help with the feeding. While I'm perfectly content to perform the task myself, it would be unwise to allow the carnivores to grow too accustomed to my scent, or that of any of my colleagues, for that matter. Which is why I'm pleased to counter fresh meat like you, if you'll excuse the praise so. Let's say you to a brief foray into the forest. You'll be provided with a suitable recompense, of course. Wonderful, here, take these hunks of raw flesh and set them down at those locations. Hurry back as soon as you're done. And then there's one last one here. It'll be alright, I just need to... Oh gods, what do I do? I asked the gleaner to bring me a lively Covalent specimen, but perhaps I was a tad too insistent on the lively part. The thing flung itself about such force that it broke the wall of its enclosure and escaped. For a moment I considered chasing after it myself, then realized it would likely beat my soft academic frame into a bloody pulp. You, on the other hand, seem to possess a rather higher degree of fortitude. Last I saw it was skittering off towards Moonvale Forest. Please track it down and subdue our frisky fugitive. Stuff it in the sturdy sack, and then bring it back to me here. My humble gratitude will be yours, as well as a generous reward. Alrighty, we can do that. How do I get up here, though, is the question. Maybe... Okay, here we go. Now we can begin our arduous bit of questing, side questing. Now we're getting pretty close to level 81 now, so I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, it's over there. Can I just put it in the sack now? There we go. Let me grab this feeding ground over here. Alrighty. And there's another one over here, I think. Or no, it's another quest. Okay. God, gods and scholars, don't seek upon me like that. Can I help you? Oh, my employer sent you, did he? Well, he'd be pleased to know that I was able to purchase all of his requested Far Eastern items of cultural significance. That pot there was one of them, but I was literally simply handing it over. I think something's alive inside. You tell me tell me where this is. Yes, yes. There, you heard that, didn't you? I knew it wasn't my imagination. You seem a well-traveled sort. What sort of creature might we be dealing with here? One which will feed the whole family. Oh, very funny. You were one of those who like to make jests in a serious tone of voice. It was a jest, yes, yes? Well, now that I'm here, I may as well make the most of my misfortune. See the sights, try the food, that sort of thing. Convey my pot to the nearest inn, if you would, please. Seeing as our guest is so eager to stay, the least I could do is sponsor his visit and help fill out the paperwork. Meanwhile, I'd appreciate it if you could explain the situation to my employer. Alright. We're slowly making our way around. Yeah, the night version of the theme isn't too whimsical like the day version is. Please tell me you're the help I was promised. Oh, thank the stars, my supervisor came past not a moment ago and scooped up half the ore himself. I swear he's part forest troll, but even so, I don't think I can manage the rest without doing myself an injury. Listen, if I take this crate, do you think you carry that other load? Once you have it settled into a comfortable grip, I'll lead us to where we need to go. Sure, why not? Okay, I guess we have to do, Okay, let's do this. This is kind of just, meh. Let's not get caught up on that enemy over there, shall we? Oh, you're heading that way, okay. That'll do it. Come on back to the Archaeon and I'll pay you what you're owed. Thanks, I can handle the rest from here. The worst of it's over. Well, that's good at least. Got almost everything done in any case. I just gotta do that last few things for the Scent quest. I feel like this is one of those quests that might get me attacked at some point. Not so far, though. Okay, the last one's over that way. Sprint is definitely getting a workout here. Because I think my mount doesn't have the full speed it would get Until the ether currents are done or whatever. I'll need to look up what they did with that because I don't want to go end up behind on those. Okay. Okay, I didn't get attacked once. That's actually pretty nice. Did you catch up with the Gleaner? What did he have to say for himself? Are you telling me that the Namazu are real? By the scholar, I thought the stories of such beings were just stories. And now we have the chance to speak with one in the flesh. We really must house this visitor here in the Archeon. Record the conversations for posterity. Oh yes, here. You've been very helpful. Now, if you don't mind, I have preparation to make. Look at you, all finished and with a distinct lack of bleeding and sobbing. This is why I prefer to employ mercenary types to feed our more aggressive specimens. Fortunately, I can simply let the carnivores hunt down their own meals much of the time. But this is a closed habitat. If we don't intervene to fill bellies on occasion, the delicate equilibrium between predator and prey will all come crashing down. Thank you for helping to maintain that balance. Oh, I didn't even notice the ether right here. Did you get it? Did you bag the Koblian? Yes, I did. Here it is. Oh, praise the scholar. You see, I've been assigned to evaluate the dietary claims of a work entitled Koblin Cuisine. I've been about to prepare my first dish. How will it taste? Is it even edible? You, my friend, have made it possible for me to answer such questions. Thank you for your contribution to culinary science. And then we have one more over this way. I'm glad you came along when you did. I can't be hauling ore all day. My colleague is not exactly built for hard labor. The Easter Aids Tolos is where we store all our mineral deposits, you see, and it's our job to field and fill quests for our fellow researchers. But we're not equipped to process orders of that quantity, especially if the central circuit keeps setting up requisition papers at the same frenzied pace. We'll run out of stock before long, assuming our backs don't give up first. Anyway, you're not here to listen to me gripe. Take your wages and good work. And I could probably stop doing side quests at this point if I really wanted to, and still make it to level 81 before I even finish with this place. Oh, there was another quest in here, huh? Greetings, we're here to peruse the Archeon's vaults. Peruse? You're clearly not gleaners then. May I ask your affiliation? We belong to the students of Baldessian, but is that relevant? I was given to believe the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Not us then, I suppose. We had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the middle TRS. Might we at least be making use of that? That service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory. What, so this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after a restructuring operation is concluded. By that time it will be too late, and we're so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let's step outside for the moment, shall we? Students of Baldessian. We are at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I would like to pursue this one further. But I doubt our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. Just likely there are people in the area involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to integrate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let's look around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. Well, I've certainly done quite a bit already of that. Am I taking a lift? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us into the Archeon, even though we found... Actually, we have no idea what it was we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere. But it was wandering around Tranquility, and we thought to donate to the vaults. Squeal, squeal. Oddest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Archeon is open again. Let's see if there's anybody else around. What's that? Take you down the lift for me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day. Only now have I found a fair spare moment to rest. I did see a gleaner fellow heading out the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack, engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be heading down there below after he's done with whatever it is he's doing. Yeah, this is probably going to go on for quite a bit, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end things here for tonight. And I'll catch on again when I get the chance. Which will probably be another couple days, but, you know. In any case, I've been pretty interested in what I've seen so far, and I like the idea of the zone where it's like a big artificial dome. So that's pretty neat. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed these videos, and I'll be back with another one here real soon.